Hello everyone, my name is Rob VT and I am a content creator for the first Descendants, and today we're going to talk about two Descendants that you should make a priority to unlock as soon as possible. These Descendants will help you farm for other materials more efficiently, and in this video I will go over what they do for you and how to unlock them. The first Descendant that you will want to unlock is Sharen. She is a stealth-based Descendant that is used to gain extra rewards from the Vulgus Outpost missions spread throughout the different areas. These are the large orange areas that are on the 5-minute cooldowns, where you have to go and destroy the reactors. Instead of just shooting them, Sharen allows you to walk up in stealth and disable them. So what this does is increase the drop chance of the amorphous materials by 5% for each reactor disabled this way, instead of destroyed. This gives you a better chance to obtain rare amorphous materials that are used in void gates, as well as an increased chance for some extra stabilizers. Sharen is one of the easier Descendants to unlock, as all of her components, like Freyna, can be dropped in their entirety without having to craft them. You can just find them in missions throughout the world. To unlock Sharen, you'll need to farm the following: Enhanced Cells, Stabilizer, Catalyst, and Blueprint. To farm these missions, all you have to do is go to the mission board, which is really close to where you spawn in Albion. And from here, you can go ahead and join a mission, either private or public, to make these runs faster. In order to obtain her first material, the Enhanced Cells, you'll want to go ahead and run the Seed Vault, which has a 20% chance to drop. This is located in the Echo Swamp area. Her stabilizer is also located in the Echo Swamp area, which drops from the chapel. Once again, it's a 20% drop chance, so you may have to run this multiple times. The Agna Desert holds her next component, the Catalyst, and you find this in the Asylum with a 20% drop chance. The last piece you'll need for Sharen is her code, which can be found in the Ossuary in the Agna Desert as well. 20% drop chance. You may have to farm multiple times. I know this one was the one that gave me some trouble. I had to farm this one the longest. But we eventually got it and it wasn't too big of a deal. Once you go ahead and collect all of her items, you will go to the Albion and you'll craft her, and she'll take 16 hours to make. But once you get her done, she is a really fun agent to play. Once you obtain Sharen, you'll want to make sure that you go into her modules, and you're going to want to add a skill duration card to her, as well as a couple of defense cards. Some of these bosses and stuff can hit pretty hard. But basically, you'll just want to increase the duration of her stealth. That way you can complete the mission. If you don't add the duration card, you're going to have a very hard time completing the mission while stealth, because your cooldown is going to go off while you're in the middle of the mission and you're going to fail it. So to infiltrate the mission successfully, you're going to want to walk close to the outer edge of the circle without going into it, hide behind one of the walls, and go into stealth. Once you're in stealth, you're going to turn off 2 to 3 of the reactors based on your skill duration, and then you can either hide behind a wall and wait for your stealth to come back online, or what I like to do to make it faster, while stealth, you can kill a unit, which will automatically reset her stealth. You can go back into stealth. It'll say you're detected for 8 seconds, but once that 8-second cooldown is done, you can go ahead and re-disable the next one, and then you should be done with the mission. Once you successfully sabotage all the reactors, you're good to kill the boss and hopefully gain your additional rewards. I've included a map here of all the rewards and crafting materials that you can get from the infiltration missions throughout the areas. So hopefully this map helps you do more targeted farming, and you can get the drops that you're looking for faster. The other Descendant that you'll want to unlock is going to be Enzo. So what Enzo does is he makes opening the encrypted vaults way easier. He gives you a longer time to do them, you have less of a penalty for failing them, and he makes the hitboxes easier to hit during the puzzle. To unlock him, however, you will first need to collect and craft his components, and each of these requires you to craft them separately, so you'll have an 8-hour timer on each of his components, and then you'll also have the timer to make him fully as a Descendant. So I recommend starting him as soon as you can. I'm not going to go into too much detail here about how to go ahead and find all these things. This will be in your access info tab. You can find where all of these drop rates are. Depending on where you are in the game will depend on which ones you're going to be able to farm. Keeping in mind the higher level content usually has a greater percentage chance of dropping the items that you're looking for. So make sure that you find the mission that you can do that has the highest drop chance percentage for the Enhanced Cells, Stabilizer, Catalyst, and Blueprint. And then once you have all of those, you want to make sure that you have all the components to craft them into their final forms. Once you've created Enzo, unlike Sharen, you're ready to take him into the field. He's ready to open the vaults. You don't need to add any specific cards to him. He's good to go as it is. Because it is a puzzle game, it's not really relying upon your individual skill cards. He's ready to go. He doesn't need any other buffs or updates to it. To find these encrypted vaults, just go out into any of the areas and you can ping until you hear a high-pitched sound. What that will do is that will let you know the direction in which the encrypted vault is located. There are 3 different levels of vaults that take various different analyzers or breakers depending on which mode you're in. You will use the code analyzers if you are running around in the normal mission areas, or code breakers if you're running around the hard areas. If you're looking to farm for analyzers or breakers because you don't have any, the Rockfall mission in the Sterile Lands, or as I like to call it, the Bunny Sanctuary, has a pretty good drop rate and you get quite a few in an hour. So if you run the Rockfall mission in easy mode, you will get the code analyzers. If you run the Rockfall mission in hard mode, you will be getting code breakers. Once you've opened up one of the vaults, you play this little mini game where you just right click or left click if you're on the computer in the little area. It's kind of like the Dead by Daylight game, and then you'll receive your rewards. The lowest level code breakers don't give you any Kuiper. However, the mid to higher level breakers will give you a lot of Kuiper for the rewards. So this is also a great way to farm Kuiper. Here's a map of all the materials that you will receive from the encrypted vaults in each area, so this will help you with more targeted farming. It is important to note that you will receive more rewards from the harder areas than the normal areas. So if you're looking to farm a lot more materials, you can do it in the harder areas. It's also great to know that you can help out your friends. So if you have Enzo and you take your analyzers, as long as your friends are near you when you open the encrypted vault, they will also receive the additional rewards. So if you have a group of 3 friends, you can all farm together and you all get the rewards only using your code breaker. Unfortunately, there's no trading at this time, so they can't trade you their code breakers for you to open it for them, but hopefully in the future this will be something that can be done. I hope that this guide helps make the grind in the first Descendants faster and more enjoyable, and I will be making a Sharen build guide that I'll release later this week. So that way, once you get her, you will have a Descendant that's not only good for getting you extra materials, she's really fun to run in dungeons, and she's just great in the general world. She's got a lot of DPS, and she has a lot of AoE, so she's really fun to use and helps you do some massive clearing very, very quickly. Once again, thank you so much for watching my video. Please support me in the game by going to your social tab, searching for my name, AravaVT #9304, clicking on my info card, and adding me as your creator. This will help me to create more content in the future for the first Descendants. As always, please leave your comments below on what videos you guys would like to see next, any other questions that you guys have, or feel free to stop on my stream if you have any other questions. I'll be happy to answer them then. Good luck on your loot!